Hello and welcome back. So unfortunately this video is going out quite late because I've had some real world priorities this week that just have meant I haven't been able to get any videos out for either of my channels. However, today we are going to be flying leg number 4. Now leg number 4 is, here we go, from BIFM Fagurholsmyri to BIDV Djupivogur Airport. This is a bit of a longer route than usual, so what I'm going to have to do is actually do a bit of leaning on this one, and that will hopefully enable us to actually get a little bit further. I did start this flight already, and unfortunately there was a bit of an issue with the weather. So I have just updated, and I'm hoping that the update will result in everything being fixed. So we've got 25 gallons in each tank. I've just changed the flight time and the cruise flow a little. So that's now enabled. Walk around has been performed already, so all we've got to do is get ourselves started. We're going to be flying in that direction. However, as I said, I've already tried this flight. It takes a long time to taxi, so I'm actually going to tow the aircraft up there just to save a bit of fuel. For now though, nav light on, beacon light on, throttle in a little bit, and let's start. Come on. There we go. Oh, and once again, I have forgotten to put the parking brake on. This is because REP remembers the exact state the aircraft was in last time, and because I was flying it and decided I needed to update, of course it remembers that I was flying. Right, flight plan. This has already been set up, so what we need to do is go to this guy here. And what do I do? This one? Yeah. Activate leg. Okay, perfect. So, in fact I can't tow because I've just turned the engine on. Yeah. Okay, I'll taxi over there and get lined up, ready for the runway. Okay, so we are lined up. Now what we need to do is get the heading bug set, so we're not completely straight, so we'll go 2 degrees off. We're going to fly at 3,500 feet today, like we did last time. So what we need to do is mixture to full, and throttle, we'll take the brakes off first, and then throttle to full, and let's get going. Airspeed alive. We'll rotate at 55. Keep ourselves straight. And rotate. Whoa. Not as smooth as I would like, but not too bad. So, let's get on up. And I will start to trim her out a little. Okay, maybe that's a little bit too much trim. I'll just adjust the heading bug to where we're pointing now, because this is actually a good direction, I think. That was a bit of a sharp turn. Let's try and be a bit smoother next time. Okay. So as we approach 2,000 feet, we'll put the autopilot on. And yeah, 3,500 feet, like I said, that's going to be what we cruise at today. Because we're going along the coastline, we don't need to worry about making sure we actually get, what's the word? Don't need to make sure we're going over any obstacles. We shouldn't have any obstacles on the way at all. Hopefully, the weather behaves itself a bit better today. Estimated time en route at the moment is 50 minutes. Something I'm going to do today is I am going to speed up the clip and cut out the talking like I have done on the previous videos. It seems to have gone down quite well, but I'm going to speed it up. I feel like it's been taking a little bit. I've only sped it up to 200%, and basically the videos are quite long. I could speed it up faster. It's not like we're flying that fast with this plane, so I think it's probably a good thing to speed it up a little. Right, 2,000 feet, so we'll enable heading mode, and we'll enable vertical speed of 500 feet per minute, and that should be fine. So let's just climb and climb. So it's 3,500 feet is the target. In fact, I think we can bump that up a little. Let's go to 800. And hopefully this time we won't have any of the crazy shaking that I had previously. So, 1,000 feet to go. When I was reading about leaning, oh look, we are getting the same shaking again. It's crazy turbulence. So it is just turbulence apparently, because when I checked, I'm not the only person experiencing it. Now I didn't experience this on previous flights at all, and I wonder if it's because I was on 11.5 on the beta. On here, I've gone back to 11.41, so this could be the reason. It does mean we're going to have a pretty bumpy and rough ride today. Luckily, we're not carrying any passengers. Okay, so altitude mode enabled, and we'll start just leaning the engine slowly. Okay, let's pull the throttle back a little as well. Probably lean a little bit more. Okay, so we've now got a fuel flow of about 6, and ground speed is not too bad. Let's turn to around 50 degrees, and hopefully this weather goes away, it's turbulence, because otherwise this is going to be a really bumpy flight. But we will have to see. So, bit of scenery over there. Like I said, this is going to be pretty bumpy, but hopefully it should be okay anyway. So let's swivel this round a little. Here we go. Enjoy some music, and I'll come back and adjust the course whenever I need to. Okay, so the turbulence did not go away, which is quite annoying. I don't know how this is going to look when I do speed it up. Hopefully not too bad. We are, though, en route to the airport, 12 miles. However, I'm not actually going to be landing directly. The airport should be over there. In fact, we can have a quick look. If we just head over here, might be a little too far, but basically it's over there. In fact, if we go to runway, yep, this is it, and we are somewhere over there. Can't see us. Nope, there's a shadow on my screen actually. I've got a couple of them. So, we're going to do a bit of a flyby, just to make sure that we can see the runway properly, because I can't really tell where it is. Now, as for the weather, where are we? Here we are. There we go. Altimeter is 10:15. Wind 124 at 8 knots. It's going to be fun. Temperature 8, dew point 4, clouds few at 2,000 feet. Okay. Visibility is 10 plus miles. So let's go ahead and set this guy to 10:15. Okay, nice. Like I said, we're not going to descend just yet. We're going to do a little flyby of the airport and see what we can see. However, last time it seemed to be okay when we were about 2,000 feet, so I think we can actually descend ourselves down to 2,000. There we go. Hopefully this should get us out of the turbulence and make it a little bit easier, so that I can possibly do some hand flying, because at the moment there's just not much hope of hand flying in this. We're going to be buffeted about far too much. So yeah, down to 2,000, that should be adequate. It's been, it's been nice views along the way, I have to say. Just a shame about this turbulence, and of course, as always, my colour corrections that need to be performed. The problem is, there are so many colours in these tiles, it's quite difficult actually to try and match them all. I did modify some, but it didn't help, I don't think, because there were too many that needed to be fixed. Okay, so let's turn the heading now to a heading of 10. Now, that is the runway actually, so we probably could get ourselves in if we wanted, but we just need to get this descent down. And the engine is not enjoying what we're doing here. Let's pull the throttle back a little. So we need to get the speed down. Still haven't got down below 2,500 feet. So we do need to try and descend, but of course it's quite tricky when the weather's like this. But if I turn to, let's try turning to around 40. We can at least try and get ourselves on course. And I think what I'm actually going to do, there we go, it's smoothed out, perfect. So let's go to full mixture. Let's pull the throttle back. Okay, perfect. So you can see we're still a little off track. If we put that down to 7, 8 and drop ourselves down to around 1500. Okay. We might be able to actually get in for the runway. Turn now. So we're a little off track actually. Let's try and get back in line with it. We're actually doing quite well now at coming down. I think we can put first set of flaps down. Let the aircraft retrim itself. It seems to be fairly dark today as well. Okay, so if I have a quick look, BIDV 17 and 35, so we're coming in on the 35 by the looks of it. So let's turn to a heading of 35. Right, we're now spot on for the runway. Second set of flaps, and then I will disengage autopilot. Just let it get itself level again. Okay, I now have control. So, I think we're coming in a little too quickly, and a little too fast on the descent rate as well. So we'll go for the final set of flaps. We are off to the side. I think I can fix that. Now I'm just going to move my position slightly. That way I can control this right-handed, which is a little bit better. Okay, this is actually probably the best approach I've done so far. Gravel runway again, but we're going to come down in the touchdown zone. So start to flare. And we'll just let the aircraft roll. That, I have to say, was probably the best landing I have done in this series so far. I am actually dead chuffed with that. That was not bad at all. In fact, I'm going to go as far as to say that it was excellent. Don't know if anyone else agrees with me on that, but let's get ourselves off the runway. Bit more power. And we did that with, it's about 21 gallons, 20 to 21 gallons, 20. So we used 5 gallons from each tank. Come on. Power, give me power. Not sure where the parking spot is, but we'll just go and park next to that car. That should be good enough. So let me know what you think. I am actually quite amazed with how well I did on that approach. That is far better than I thought I was going to do. So we'll just stop here. Yep. So parking brake on. Can turn off the strobes and the landing lights. We will turn off the avionics and the alternator switch, and we can pull the mixture out, throttle back, and that's engine off. So beacon off, turn the battery off, and the nav's off. There we go. We didn't do too badly there. I am honestly very impressed with myself. I didn't think it was going to be that easy. So, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again soon for the next leg, which will be the last one before our cross-country flight. Bye bye.